presentation of Dr. Fernandez. I want to thank to the organizer. For me and for our university, it was a great pleasure to be member in this summer school. I learned a lot of new things, and I want to wish you luck to all participants. And now I want to invite my chair, my colleague, Dr. Walter Fernandez, to say a few words about this technical session number 3.2.
I think you can you hear me now?
Yes, Professor Fernandez.
Okay. No, I suggest that you go ahead with it. This one, I'll make some concluding remarks. Is that okay?
It's time for conclusion, sir. Everything is done, over.
Okay, time for concluding remarks. I thought there was one more. Yeah, I think instead of introduction, let me comment on what has happened. I'm sorry about the problems with my computer. There was a serious problem. I changed the computer, now it's working. I think someone who has seen these mountain regions of South Asia, and I've lived in one of them for 4 years, I see the richness of what has been presented. And what is important is to do what most of you did. For example, Dr. Shafinur Islam compared the situation in South Asia with that in Africa, in different territories, but similar problems. And what happens to water? I think the first presentation was very rich in that, the Austrian. What happens in a small country like that with enough resources, and compare it with what has happened in South Asia. Because what has happened in South Asia, what happens, what Dr. Saran already reported, in different environments. And what the speaker said basically is that the environment as human life is forgotten in all the presentations. I think that's the first message I got from this presentation, that the environment is not to be taken only as what one of my friends used to say, beautiful trees and tigers, as the urban middle class environmentalists would like to see it, as a place for their enjoyment, a place for their tourism, but as the livelihood of the majority, particularly of the poor. The comparisons made by Dr. Sara Noureen and Dr. Noor Islam between two sides of the river, for example, between two parts of the same city, what happens to the better off sections and what happens to the poor, whose livelihood it is. The poor are deprived more of their livelihood than are the better off sections, who can somehow manage to get a bigger share of the resource. I think that is the main message that came, and the need to look at the environment primarily as people's livelihood, as water that has all through the ages been a renewable resource is being treated as a resource that can be overused, and that overuse goes against the poor and favors the middle class, which can take as much of it as possible as they want. And that is what is happening today. And that shows us the need to look at our pattern of development. Can we combine economic growth, to which everyone is giving importance, with human development and the protection of the environment as a renewable resource, not a resource for temporary use, not a resource for income alone, but primarily as a resource for as a renewable resource. That's the message I carry from this meeting, and thank you for that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So nice, and it is really very sorry that we had you to wait until for these 3 years. You had to stay for longer, despite your health problems. You understand? So this session is finishing quite early, almost 40, 45 minutes early. It happened because of the presenters are not present to present. Anyway, we can end this session right now, and we can wait for next session after 1 hour and 15 minutes. So thank you very much again, sir. And also thank you, Dr. Dulama, for moderating this session nicely. Thank you, all the participants. Thank you. During this time, this platform will be open, and we will keep everybody unmute. So those who want to discuss something interpersonally, or they can come forward, so they can use this time of 1 hour and 15 minutes. So it can be fruitfully used by different people. So please come forward. Thank you. It is open for everybody.